Queen Vic Market Ambassador Daniel Wilson is cooking with me in the kitchen today. We're going to be doing a lovely Asian-inspired salad.
Yes, yes, I love roast duck.
Me
So
too.
we're going to do a roast duck, glass noodle, hoisin, fresh herb, peanut, crispy shallot salad.
Yes, I love salads like this. So much flavour in it.
Indeed,
Yeah.
fresh and light. So, I'm going to get started on the duck.
Yep.
Would you mind start picking the herbs?
Can
please?
do. So coriander and mint for this, so beautiful. And I'm just going to take the leaves off, bit of stalk.
Yeah, a little bit of stalk's okay. So I'm just taking the leg off the duck here. So I like to get the duck from a Chinese roast shop.
Yep.
Whole rather than chopped up. So in this case we've just got half a duck, so take the leg off and then take the breast off. It's just like a chicken basically, and then that way we can reheat the meat and then don't have to dig through all of the bones.
It's such a great way of doing a quick dinner. You know, I mean, really, it's going to take 20 minutes all up.
Exactly.
From start to finish. So much flavour in it. Most of the hard work's done.
Exactly.
And I guess you're not going to waste anything, even the bones.
Yeah, so what I would normally do is once I've taken the meat and any excess skin, because we love the skin, so pull these bits off. What I normally do is then put the bones in a pot of water with some star anise and sliced ginger and garlic, and some even the stalks from the coriander, and simmer it for a couple of hours, and then you've got a beautiful soup too.
So you get 2 meals in one. You're actually getting your money's worth with something like that. Smart cooking.
Indeed. So now we've got that meat off there, I am going to pop this in the oven.
Okay.
So now that's in the oven at 180 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes until the skin goes nice and crispy again and the meat's warmed through.
Nice.
So just enough time to make the dressing.
Okay.
So we've got here some hoisin sauce.
Nice and sweet.
Yep.
Hoisin and duck synonymous with each other, right?
Yes, they're very good friends. So there we go, about half a cup of that. And just a little bit of sesame oil because it can be a bit strong.
Yeah.
So just a few drops. There we go. And then also some lime juice. About 50 mils.
Nice juicy one there.
It is. I reckon half will be enough.
Okay.
So I'll just pop that over there. And could you pass me the microplane, please?
Sure can. There we go.
Thank you. And we've got some beautiful fresh ginger here to grate in there. About a tablespoon.
Nice.
Okay. And if you could pass me a spoon, I'll give that a bit of a mix.
Spoon. Simple dressing.
Very simple and tasty. You can even just chop up a bit of the duck and dip it in this just to make sure it's okay. So I'll just give this a mix until it's nicely together.
Great.
How are you going there?
Herbs are done. Almost. It's quite a therapeutic job, actually.
It is, it is.
Nothing goes to waste. And like you said, we're going to keep all these stalks to make a broth with the bones later on.
Exactly.
So your noodles, you're using glass noodles?
Yep, so that's bean thread vermicelli. So it's gluten-free, which is a bonus.
Yes.
And just some boiling or hot water on there and let them soak for a few minutes until they're soft. Drain those off, run them under some cold water and we're good to go.
This is far too simple for you. Nah, I love it. Daniel, that smells so good. Crispy, duck, just delicious.
Isn't it? Look at that skin. All right, we're getting very close. So would you please be able to put the noodles into the bowl and I'll start cutting up this duck.
Okay, and we did refresh these noodles under a cold running tap so they stop the cooking process.
So I'm just going to take the meat off the leg
Okay.
like this and be careful because there is a bone in there that we don't want to chop up, but it doesn't have to be perfect as it comes off, but you can see how delicious and moist that is.
Look at that skin. I mean, duck crackling. You can see that all the fat's rendered from it and you're left with just the thin, almost glass-like finish on it.
Exactly. And so I'll just take this thigh bone out. Would you be able to grab a handful of those herbs and just kind of crush them a bit and rip them up?
Okay.
And that starts to release some of that delicious flavour.
Oh, nice tips. I would have just thrown them all in, but this really does make a difference. Those small little tips we get off chefs.
Exactly. And so the bones here, if you've got your soup bubbling away over there, you can add those to it.
Nice.
And then the breast here is nice and crispy. So all of these, the bits from the leg here, we're going to chop up and mix through the noodles, and then the breast we're going to slice up and put on top.
Oh, nice. And please, please, please don't throw away the skin. That's the best part of it.
I know, look at these little bits here.
Yes.
So crispy and
Might
delicious.
have to have a little treat.
I like it.
So all the herbs for this one?
Yes, the herbs really add that freshness and lightness, so the more herbs the better, I say.
And toasted peanuts, I'm going to chop them or just leave them?
Just throw them in whole, add some nice crunch. All right, so...
Found another little piece. Gotta stop doing that.
Would you be able to add the dressing, please?
Sure can. The whole lot, or should we?
Maybe 2/3 and give it a mix. Oh, go on, throw it all in.
right.
Don't be shy. And just give it a bit of a mix.
Just that.
Looks good, smells good. Thank you. So, time to plate it up. So, a bowl plate like this is good. And then make sure you get all of those bits.
The colours too.
Yeah, this will feed the troops.
Sure will.
So there we go. Delicious. And now, time to put the breast on top. Like so. And then if you could please sprinkle those crispy shallots on, and we're done.
Shallots over the top. So impressed with that. You know, it's slightly cheeky because we've cheated, but it's totally worth it. 15 minutes and we have this super impressive meal. Gosh, I love your cooking, Daniel.
Thank you.
Let's have a taste. These noodles. With vermicelli, you have to slurp, right?
Exactly, exactly.
That is a ripper of a dish.
Thank you.